Ever wondered why you never see billionaires like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos waiting in line at a regular bank? It's not because they have someone to do it for them. It's because they don't use normal banks at all. When you have billions, putting it all in a checking or savings account is just impractical at best. Actually a terrible financial decision. The average bank is designed for us, the everyday people. It's for cashing paychecks, paying bills, and maybe getting a mortgage. But for the ultra-wealthy, their financial needs are on a completely different planet. So, where do they stash their cash? And what kind of secret financial world are they operating in? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the exclusive, high-stakes world of billionaire banking. You're about to find out why the rich play by a different set of rules, and how they use a hidden banking system to not only protect their fortunes, but make them grow even larger. First, let's get one thing straight. Billionaires don't have a giant vault of cash like Scrooge McDuck. Most of their wealth isn't liquid cash. It's tied up in stocks, real estate, private companies, art, and other complex investments. So, the primary reason they do use a regular bank is simple. Those banks are equipped to handle their needs. A standard bank account is FDIC insured up to $250,000. Now, imagine you have $10 billion. That insurance covers a laughably tiny fraction of your wealth. It's like putting a band-aid on a skyscraper. If the bank would have failed, you'd lose nearly everything. That's a risk no billionaire is willing to take. Regular banks are also not built for the kind of complex, international transactions the ultra-rich make daily. They need a system that can move millions across borders seamlessly, manage vast investment portfolios, and provide specialized legal and tax advice, all things that are far beyond the scope of your local bank branch. So, if they're not going to Bank of America or Chase, where do they go? They turn to something called private banks. These aren't places you can just walk into. They are exclusive, invitation-only institutions that cater specifically to high net worth and ultra-high net worth individuals. Think of them as the VIP lounges of the financial world. Banks like JP Morgan Private Bank, Goldman Sachs Private Wealth Management, and Swiss giants like UBS or Credit Suisse run these elite divisions. To even get a meeting, you typically need a minimum of $10 million in investable assets. And for the most exclusive tiers, that number can be 100 million or more. These aren't just banks. They're comprehensive wealth management firms. They offer a holistic service that goes way beyond a simple bank account. What makes these private banks so special? It's all about personalized, bespoke service. When you become a client, you're assigned a dedicated private banker, or more often, an entire team of experts. This team includes investment strategists, tax lawyers, estate planners, and even specialists who can help you finance the purchase of a super yacht or a private jet. Their job is to know your entire financial life inside and out, and to structure it in the most efficient way possible. For example, a billionaire might not want to sell their company stock to get cash for a big purchase, because that would trigger a massive capital gains tax. Instead, their private bank will arrange a loan using the stock portfolio as collateral. This gives the billionaire access to cash without selling their assets, saving them millions in taxes. It's a strategy called buy, borrow, die, where the wealthy borrow against their appreciating assets, and then upon their death, the assets are passed to heirs with a step-up in basis, which can wipe out the capital gains tax liability entirely. These private banks also offer access to exclusive investment opportunities that the general public never even hears about. We're talking about pre-IPO shares in the next big tech startup, shares in lucrative private equity funds, or direct investment in major real estate developments. While we're buying index funds, they're getting first dibs on investments that have the potential for explosive growth. The returns on these investments can dwarf anything you could get from the public stock market. Furthermore, private banks are masters of discretion and global finance. They help the wealthy set up complex legal structures like trusts and shell corporations in various jurisdictions around the world. While this can sometimes be used for shady purposes, it's often a legitimate strategy for asset protection, tax optimization, and managing a global business empire. They can create a structure that protects wealth from lawsuits, political instability, or currency fluctuations. But it doesn't stop with private banks. Many of the wealthiest individuals and families take it a step further by creating what's known as a family office. A family office is essentially a private company whose sole purpose is to manage the wealth of a single family. It's like having your own personal, In-house private bank. The Rockefeller family is credited with starting one of the first family offices back in the 19th century, and now it's a common structure for the ultra-rich. A family office can handle everything from managing the family's investment portfolio to paying household bills, managing staff, handling philanthropy, and planning for the next generation. It gives the family ultimate control and privacy. Instead of relying on a large bank that has thousands of other clients, the family office is 100% dedicated to their interests. They hire the best talent, directly top investment managers from Wall Street, the best tax attorneys, and the most experienced accountants. The scale of these family offices can be massive. Some manage tens of billions of dollars, rivaling a medium-sized investment firm. They operate in complete secrecy, with no public reporting requirements, making them a black box in the financial world. For billionaires, this level of control is the ultimate luxury. They can direct their investments according to their personal values, whether that's focusing on sustainable energy or funding cutting-edge biotech research. It also allows them to groom the next generation, teaching them how to manage the family fortune and continue the legacy. The family office becomes the central nervous system of the family's entire financial and personal life. So, to recap. The reason you do UNTC Billionaires at your local bank is that their needs are fundamentally different from ours. They need institutions that can handle immense wealth, provide sophisticated investment strategies, offer complex tax and legal advice, and operate with absolute discretion on a global scale. Regular banks are built for transactions. Private banks are built for dynasties. They use private banks for elite concierge-level service and access to exclusive deals. And for the ultimate in control and privacy, they create their own family offices, essentially becoming their own bank. Their financial world is a complex ecosystem designed not just to store money, but to actively grow and protect it across generations. It's a world of leverage, sophisticated legal structures, and insider access that is completely hidden from the public eye. It's a fascinating glimpse into how wealth truly operates at the highest level. It's less about savings accounts and more about strategic asset management. The goal isn't just to be rich, it's to stay rich and ensure that wealth continues to grow for generations to come. This hidden system of private banks and family offices is the engine that makes it all possible. Thanks for watching. If you found this look into the world of billionaire finance interesting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into how money really works. See you next time.